What's up guys, PJ here. Now before you start saying, PJ's too bright, I know, but this is as good as I can do. Anyway, welcome back to some more Trials of Cold Steel, the second game. And the reason it's coming out later is because we were out all day, I didn't have time to film and stuff to tell right now. So let's get started.
Okay, after the last time,
Well, I thought you were going to tell him.
we woke up in the Isengard, the mountains, and apparently it was close to Ian's home. Before he got home, he was attacked by a giant suit of armour known as the Magic Knight, and he had no chance against it, but luckily Koval, Elise and Alfred came to help him,
Okay,
and then he passed out.
okay.
Where am I now? Celine, this looks just like my room. I knew it. I'm back in Ymir. I'm finally back home. My memories are kind of hazy now, but I think that means everything that happened in the mountains.
Why'd it get so cold all of a sudden? Oh, you finally woke up?
Yeah, just a second ago. How about you? Feeling better after a cat nap?
I guess. I slept more than I meant to, actually. You're awake.
What's up?
Elise was
Oh, my sister. In the game, anyway.
Elise? Good morning. Actually, it's probably closer to noon now, isn't it? Elise?
You okay?
Oh, I'm so happy that you're awake. You don't know how scared I was. There was all that chaos in the capital, and then we lost all contact with you. We had no idea where you were. I'm just so relieved.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for worrying you so much, Elise.
No, you don't need to apologize. I knew that somewhere out there you were all right, and that you'd come back safe. Welcome home, Rean.
It's good to be back, and thanks.
I see our two little lovebirds are as Twitter-pated as ever.
Wait, what?
Pardon? Good morning, Rean. And to you as well, Elise.
Hey there. Just swinging by to see how you're holding up.
You're here too, Your Highness? I'm really not dreaming then.
Alfred raised Honor.
Oh, you're so silly, Rean. I would have thought the warmth of your dear sister pressed against your chest was proof enough of that. Your Highness, please!
Koval, Randonua.
Well, I'm just glad you're up. How are you feeling? Still sore? You've been fast asleep since we brought you back here yesterday.
I don't have any serious injuries, at least, but I doubt I'd be able to say that if you hadn't come when you did. Thanks, Toval.
I suppose I owe you my thanks, too. That art of yours didn't come a moment too soon.
You're both very welcome. I just didn't want to give these two young ladies anything to cry about.
Aww.
I see you're finally up.
Dad! Mom!
Hello, Rean. It's wonderful to see you back home.
I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost is getting you something to eat. We can discuss what to do from here on out after that.
Hot Springs Paradise.
Yep.
I love going in Hot Springs whenever I'm at a new place. Just see how hot it really is.
Especially in the snow.
Oh, that feels so good.
You want to get out then.
Yeah. I always have a hot shower just because it feels, water feels so good.
Especially since it's winter now.
No, actually, we're coming into
Lady
spring.
Lucian's water.
Actually, we're coming into spring, aren't we?
Not yet. Darren Taylor Schwarzer. Soon enough now, since that so-called Nova Alliance occupied Heimdall, At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances, but the majority of their forces have already been defeated.
I had a feeling that would be the case. If nothing else, at least you two are safe.
We were straight in Australia when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. There's nothing Topher appearing and rescuing us that we're seeing here now.
What are you doing there, Topher?
I got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. I never turned out a personal request from Prince Oliver, you know.
Prince Oliver asked you? Well, that explains it. Is it me or you?
You.
You kindly escort us to the capital successfully invading the noble alliances attempted to pursue us. And roughly 10 days after we were able to reach... What's his face?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just so glad you made it here safely.
Unfortunately, His Majesty, the Emperor, and Crown Prince Cedric fell into the Alliance's hands. The official story is that both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they're both rumored to be safe. However, Prince Oliver's whereabouts currently remain unknown.
There's not even a confirmation that he's safe somewhere. That's more than a little worrying.
You need to be so concerned. I'm sure he's perfectly well. He made it through the chaos in the world last year unharmed, as you know. He's always been a resilient one. As for Cedric, father and mother, I like to believe they're alright too.
I'm sure they are, Your Highness.
I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone. If you don't mind me interjecting, Green, I mentioned you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Thors. Look if you managed to get some info on that front.
Please tell me everything you know. What's happening over the academy? Is everyone alright?
I don't think it's become as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Thor's military academy are completely under the Noble Alliance's forces' control now. They were both taken over not long after the war began.
No. Green. No matter how much I thought about it, I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors?
Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There's rumors that they existed being occupied as well as they could, but not much more than that. Try to concern get the best of you. It's too early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm with Lord Schwarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors would even suggest the opposite.
What rumors?
Word has it that a number of students and staff are unaccounted for. No Alliance is still trying to find them.
Then that means... have some of them managed to escape?
Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken down easily. The odds sound pretty good if you ask me. What say you?
Well, what else can I say?
I have to agree.
That's you, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you where she is right now. Emma's still alive, that's guaranteed.
You can tell?
I'm not familiar, so there's got a link of some kind between us. If anything would happen to her, trust me, I know about it. All I know is she's alive. Is alive though, nothing else.
How peculiar.
Anyway, there's no point in assuming the worst when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. So try keeping the faith, alright? Think of it this way, they're probably just as worried about you as you are for them. And yet here you are, safe and sound.
you've got a point actually.
Safe and sound you may be very well, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take this chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength.
Is that you? And while you're here, why do you go and pay everyone a visit? The whole village is eagerly awaiting your recovery. That's true. I think that they will be delighted to see you. And if you like, I'm happy to accompany you. He's for concern at least, but I'll be fine on my own, honest. That sounds like a good idea, Mum. I think I'll do just that.
Probably the depth of despair.
Mr. Police and Princess after to got out. Like I said, it's probably a bad idea for like solve suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and cut myself. I've this in the first game. I always talk softly when he's thinking something. Wow, this smells delicious. Wait a sec. Is that
Pheasant.
Sue? You're very favorite. The father said that he wanted to have a nourishing dinner, so I went and caught one himself. Really? I should be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since you last dined together as a family. Ever since Her Highness arrived, it's been, is it lively?
Yeah.
That I have gained a second daughter.
Feel like.
Okay. Times like these, are when mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? You're the perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't see that ever changing. If I was half as good a son as you are a mum. No, is something wrong? That's not true at all. When I had no idea when I was going with you and your sister, I was worried sick. At times it felt as if my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two could come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead of getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mum, whatever it actually have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're our son. If you ever feel down or afraid, you can always come find comfort in my arms. And then once you found your strength to keep going, you can pick things back up where you left them. Thanks, Mum. I actually feel like a lot better now. We'll look forward to dinner tonight, and make sure you work up a good appetite for it. Alright? No worries there.
All the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. They've been so focused on those they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, that means the Yuumi hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War.
It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little's changed. A nice snowfall was the only real difference compared to our last visit. By the way, I see that you chose to join the Noble Alliance.
Because not to.
No, not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright up that front?
Well, I've never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always a chance they'll try and invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned that I can't get in touch with Vice Count Arcade, however.
You can't?
Remember him?
Do I?
Do you?
Vaguely, I vaguely remember him.
He's Laura's dad.
Oh, okay. Did something happen over in Lakeroom? Maybe even the...
Courageous.
Was it?
Courageous.
Courageous, yeah, I thought it would be that.
I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but the Vice Count Arcade we're talking about, he'll be fine. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we're all prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness.
That's true. The Alliance was already His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safer to assume that the Prince Alphen as well. They'll let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help.
Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder any more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden that one person can bear.
Do you think I'm shouldering too much?
Admittedly, those are Master Kai Fire's words and not mine. But they get across what I want to say it well enough. Whether I think it or not, there's a good chance you get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright?
Sure, thanks, Dad.
Oh, here you are, Elise. Wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something
Maybe it's because you were a talking cat, that's probably why.
Nope, not a thing.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything.
Stays with a tsundere.
The nuts
What, a yandere?
So
No.
I'm going to have some. Thank you.
What's the difference between a tsundere and a yandere for these people? Because I know, but maybe these people want to know. So what's the difference?
A yandere is way too close to affect her
Senpai?
object of affection,
Okay.
and she'll kill anyone or any person who gets too close to them.
That's what it's called Yandere Simulator, which I have not played much of, but I want to.
And Tsundere is the complete opposite. They usually act violent to the ones they love before showing a softer side.
Wow, okay. So, could you
Back on it. Didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse?
would you consider Jasmine as one from Jotaro Quest?
No,
No?
no.
What would you say she is?
Kind of a wild girl.
Wild, okay. That's what the great gals call her.
I really think it is.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you. She could have.
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. He didn't touch her even when she was right in front of him, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it too.
You're sorry? You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask.
Rean and Celine remind me of Leaf and Jasmine from JoJo Quest. They were so much fun.
Sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did. And at least didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this
That's
time.
what he's thinking.
I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
He's what? He never said what he compared to his sister. He doesn't know what he is.
Too obvious.
Well, yeah, but he didn't explain himself. Then again, he was just thinking to himself.
Yeah, he doesn't need to explain himself to himself. That's weird. That's the sign of a sociopath.
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you. Then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look. And sure enough, there you were.
It's strange
Who do you think it was that called him?
who it was.
It could
Wish I
literally be
could tell
anyone.
you. I couldn't even
Who do you
recognize
think
their
it is?
voice.
I know, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, who did you think it was?
Honestly, the first time I actually did this, I didn't actually read the cutscenes. I skipped right through them.
But they're important though.
Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do. Partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay. Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger Corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. That secret society?
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on the life.
Sure, thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on me, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
Alright then. Is this the right way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, cheering. Your colour's not looking half bad. If you were looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of my new vegetable juice I've been concocting.
I'm perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away?
My creativity is infinite, Reed. I'm always trying to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you?
Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking ourselves at one point. Wait a sec. Where did the recipe book go?
Did you lose it?
I guess so. I had all kinds of different recipes written down too.
But you went out on your way to come and see me. I suppose this is the least I can do. Take this.
Ah, you gave me another recipe book. Is this a new recipe book?
There's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I'll put a recipe to try. Here's some ingredients too.
This is what Lisa often used to bring to me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these?
Absolutely. I can see that you can't understand the joys of cooking while you're at the academy. And besides, taking time to enjoy cooking should help lift your spirits somewhat. And it's a simple recipe, so why not go and make it with your family?
Thank you very much then. So that's a spare, especially if he had it lying around.
Yeah.
Why does he have more than one?
That's why it's called spare.
Yeah, but I thought you said if there's one exactly the same as the last one, why is he two of them exactly the same? I mean, I don't know the exact same video like more than once, do I?
I forget.
Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Why, hello, Reed. You're looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are also soothing, to say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here. I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that now, do they? I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Well... I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear. Cedric and we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. In the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from him isn't bothering you. Loyalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
Thank you. but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age. But that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That's not exactly what I meant. Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Why?
He's so clueless.
Wolverine is.
Yeah.
Well, guys, again, that's it for our video. Leave a comment below, let me know if you want to put some more of this. Subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. I love you all so much. Then, unfortunately, I'll see you in the Batman game. Until then, peace
On
and
Friday.
Huh?
On Friday.
Why on Friday?
Halloween's going to start soon.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's going to be on Friday. So I don't have time to do one today. So I'll see you on Friday. Until then, peace and lights out.